Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Marit Medefind Bond. I'm the Certified Diabetes Care and Education Specialist here at Golden Valley. I became a nurse and a Certified Diabetes Care and Education Specialist is because I am actually living with type 1 diabetes. So I was diagnosed when I was 2 years old, and I have a type of diabetes that's an autoimmune disease. So I take insulin 24/7 and I use a continuous glucose monitor and an insulin pump to manage my blood sugars. So what is diabetes? What do you think diabetes is? Anyone?
Too much sugar in your blood.
Too much sugar in your blood, exactly. So it is when your blood sugar levels are running too high, right? So has everyone heard of insulin? Right? Insulin is a hormone that's produced by one of your organs called the pancreas. And insulin acts as a key. So when we eat food, that food is broken down into sugar, and that sugar gives us energy so we can go about living our lives doing whatever it is we want to do. So why is it important for us to manage diabetes well? Because when our blood sugars are high, which is hyperglycemia, that can lead to problems over time. When you have high blood sugars over long periods of time, that does damage to your organs and various systems in your body. And this can increase your chances of infections. You can have just general inflammation, which causes more health problems. And you can have problems with other organs. If you have low blood sugars, which is hypoglycemia, that can be life-threatening. If you have a severe low blood sugar, that is immediately life-threatening, so it can be very dangerous. So when we're managing diabetes, we're trying to avoid a lot of high sugars and a lot of low sugars and just keep things nice and stable to help prevent any complications from diabetes and improve your quality of life. So who needs to get screened for diabetes? Anyone who is living with overweight or obesity or has a physically inactive lifestyle, and anyone who has any risk factors. So every 1 to 3 years. So I generally say every year, right? It's easier to remember once a year than once every 3 years. Pre-diabetes range, your function can get better. But if we've been diagnosed with diabetes, there is some level of impaired function. So that's why we want to strategically do what we can to help manage our diabetes to the best of our ability. So I want to get into a little bit about healthy eating. This is a model of a MyPlate or the plate method from the American Diabetes Association. So this is kind of a formula for how you can think about putting together your meals. So I wanted to get a little bit into activity as well. So activity is so important for managing type 2 diabetes. It's hard to overstate how important it is. So if we are increasing our activity, we generally get better quality of life and we get better physical function. You get better use of your body, right? And if you're increasing activity, typically we see your blood sugar and your A1C go down, your insulin resistance typically goes down, and your cholesterol and lipids and depression typically is reduced, okay? 5 or 6 minute walk per day. That equals 4 years greater life expectancy. A 5-minute walk once a day equals 4 more years of life. Isn't that crazy?
That is.
It's amazing. Yeah. So even just increasing your activity in very small ways can really, really benefit your overall quality of life and your physical fitness and well-being. So for sleep, we want you to get consistent, good quality sleep. If you're not getting enough sleep, or if you're getting too much sleep, both of those can cause you to have blood sugar issues. So there's this nice sweet spot. You want to try to aim for between 6 and 8 hours of sleep per night. And you want to have a consistent sleep schedule, because having consistent sleep and quality sleep can really help with your blood sugar management. There's a lot of great resources for diabetes community. You can meet other people and talk about experience of living with diabetes, get support from other people who are going through the same thing, right? There's insulin pumps, there's continuous glucose monitors or glucose sensors, which are a little device you wear typically on the back of your arm or on your abdomen. It's inserted with a needle, but the needle's taken out, and what's left behind is this tiny, soft, flexible wire that gives you just a readout of your blood sugar levels to your phone. And the biggest takeaway for me from this is if you are having low blood sugars frequently, that is a conversation you absolutely need to have with your doctor, because that means something about your medications isn't right? We need to adjust it so you can live safely without having frequent lows and preventing you from having that complication. So if you have a high sugar at home, we want you to stay hydrated and drink plenty of water. If you're able to, and it's safe for you to do so, we want you to go for a walk, because exercise generally helps to bring your sugars down, okay? If you need to seek medical care, I would always encourage you to talk to your doctor about what you should do in case of a day of illness, because having illness with diabetes can increase your chances of high and low sugars. So you want to have a plan in place of what should I do if I have a cold or a flu at home, like how do I need to adjust my medications, or what should I do to take care of myself well with diabetes at that time.